Hello everyone, this is Karen.
Welcome my friends, I am Shane.
Today we're looking at day 1 of seals, more than just cute. And the vocabulary words are creature, well camping, and heard the sound of creatures moving through the forest.
So scary. Balance. The woman walked while balancing a basket of rice on her head.
Why?
I don't know.
Breath. Randy claims that he can hold his breath for 5 minutes.
I don't believe him.
I know, I don't either.
Freezing.
Kim
waited hours in the freezing cold for her mom to come pick her up from school.
Typically. I typically sit by the window when I go to that cafe.
Do you really?
I do.
I like to sit by the bathroom.
Oh, stinky?
I'm pretty weird.
But we're not talking about bathrooms.
No.
We're talking about adorable seals. Ow, 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 ow.
Well, that's a really good seal impression.
You try.
Can you balance the ball on your nose?
No, I can't do that.
You're not that impressive. What we think of we think of seals as just cute. But they're more than just cute.
Because they have some amazing abilities that a lot of us don't know about.
And they are killers. Right?
What do you mean? They're so cute. What can they kill?
They kill fish. They have to eat a lot of fish, like 5% of their body weight each day.
That's a lot.
So if they weigh like 1,000 pounds, like a really, really big seal, it will have to eat like 50 pounds of fish.
So in order to catch so much fish, they must be great swimmers.
Right. They can swim like 35 kilometers per hour.
That's right. And they can stay in the water holding their breath for 2 hours.
Impressive. And they can dive down almost 1 kilometer, like
That's right.
900 meters.
You are absolutely right.
This is a pretty impressive animal.
Who would have known?
And they're cute.
And did you know, like the largest kind of seal can weigh up to 4,000 kilograms. 4,000 kilograms.
That's huge.
Elephant seals. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they're like elephants.
Yeah.
Okay, let's learn more about these cute but also dangerous animals.
All right.
Seals.
Enjoy.
Seals, more than just cute. If you've only ever seen seals in animal theme parks, you might just think of them as cute, playful creatures that love to balance beach balls on their noses. But they are much, much more interesting than that.
Today's lesson is called Seals, More Than Just Cute. Part 1. Hello everyone, my name is Jeff.
My name's Mike. Yes, seals, right? Everyone knows seals. You just have to go, People know what you're doing. Or
maybe like do that and then balance a ball on your nose.
Yeah, absolutely. Because seals are one of those marine or ocean animals that we kind of know a little bit better, right? We see them in aquariums, theme parks, zoos, places like that. And of course, they are kind of interesting. They have character. They're very sort of lovable. But they are also very interesting wild animals. So today, we'll be getting a little bit away from the sort of cartoon entertainment view of seals that many of us have from growing up and seeing them in zoos and looking at the real animal and just how interesting they are. But let's start off with that sort of traditional idea that we humans have of seals.
Before we start talking about seals as being hunting machines, let's go ahead and kind of delve into this more quaint notion that we have of seals as human beings. Yes, that's the one. If you've only ever seen seals in animal theme parks, you might just think of them as cute, playful creatures that love to balance beach balls on their noses, just like that. Yeah, that's that quaint notion, but yes, lurking behind that quaint notion is a hunting machine. Now, we'll get to that soon. First of all, let's talk about the first vocabulary word of the day, creature. A creature, everyone, is a living thing, usually an animal and usually not a human being. That's what this word would refer to. Not a tree, not a plant, not a human, but sure, a spider, that can be a creature. An insect, that can be a creature. Any other animal out there, a wombat or a honey badger, these would all be creatures as well, and seals too. Anyways, for example, while camping, Anne heard the sound of creatures moving through the forest.
But if you're a Navy SEAL or a special creature or a seal with a ball on its nose, you need to have balance. You need to balance that ball on your nose. What is balance? Balance is basically staying upright and not falling over, not having gravity pull you down to the ground. If you stand on one foot, it's a little bit harder than standing on two because you need to use your balance. If you're riding a bicycle, you need to use your balance, and the spinning wheels help you do that. And of course, in the circus, there's that lady or gentleman up on the high, thin wire walking with a big pole or with their arms held out. They are balancing themselves. So balance is the noun that we use to talk about keeping upright on a thin point and not falling, and you balance yourself when you are doing that. For example, the woman walked while balancing a basket of rice on her head, maybe with one hand, or maybe she just had a really strong neck and kept it all straight, and she kept that basket of rice from falling off the top of her head. But seals, they don't just do stuff in amusement parks and balance things and play little horns with their mouths. They are much, much more interesting than that. They don't have guns,
but they are hunting machines, and we'll start to get into that soon. So let's go ahead and take a break.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。这2天的课文主角是一种可爱的海洋生物，就是海豹 （seal）。同学们如果只有在主题乐园看过海豹，你可能会以为他们只是把那种海滩球平衡在鼻子上的那种爱玩动物。不过啊，他们比表面看到的更有趣哦。那 Mike 老师在开场时，他用到 marine 是形容词，形容海洋的，它是拼作 M-A-R-I-N-E。好，老师还用到 lovable 就是可爱的、讨人喜欢的，就是把 love 爱去掉 e 再加 able 就会形容这形容词了。好，那么课文单字 creature 它表示生物、动物。老师没有列举一些动物生物，那有提到2种，一个是 wombat 是袋熊，那么 honey badger 是蜜獾。再来看 balance 是动词，它表示使什么平衡。好，那我们在保持平衡的时候呢，身体会挺直嘛，我们就顺便学一下 upright。upright upright 这个副词可以指直立地或者是挺直地。好，那刚刚说以为他们是爱玩的动物，用到的句型是 think of 名词 as 加上名词或形容词来表达认为某人或某事物是怎么样的。那么其中的 think of 在这边是表达认为、看作是怎么样。例如 The students think of him as a good teacher. 学生们认为他是个好老师。好，那 Jeff 老师开玩笑说，海豹其实在可爱的形象底下隐藏着猎杀机器的本质。那我们待会就来深入探讨这样奇特有趣的看法。好，那老师用到几个字可以学起来 quaint Q-U-A-I-N-T quaint 是形容奇特有趣的。那么 notion N-O-T-I-O-N notion 可以表达观念或是看法。那么 lurk Lurk 这个动词，它有潜伏、潜藏或是隐藏着的意思。好，那么老师还用到 delve 这个动词 D-E-L-V-E delve 它表示钻研、探究。我们可以用 delve into 加名词来表达深入去研究某个议题或者去了解它的细节。接话课文中。
Seals, more than just cute. Perfectly suited to life in the ocean, seals are in fact hunting machines that can race through the water at speeds of up to 35 kilometers per hour. They can dive down to a depth of 900 meters and hold their breath for up to 2 hours. These abilities allow them to easily catch their prey, mostly fish and crabs.
All right, seals, they're happy, playful creatures who love to balance balls on their nose. And that's it, right? Wrong. Seals, there's so much more to them. I love seals. Let's start reading about them. Perfectly suited to life in the ocean. Seals are, in fact, hunting machines that can race through the water at speeds of up to 35 kilometers per hour. Yes, they can swim very, very well, and this makes them good hunters or hunting machines.
Absolutely. They are very, very comfortable and natural in the water, and their bodies are designed for it. For example, they can dive down to a depth of 900 meters and hold their breath for up to 2 hours. I would be lucky to get to 1 minute. They can hold their breaths for 2 hours and dive almost a kilometer below the surface of the water. It would be crushing us. There's no light down there. This is down like where the Titanic is found, but they're also able to hold their breath for up to 2 hours.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
That is amazing. Anyways, when we're talking about holding your breath, that means you're taking air into your lungs, okay, and you're holding it there, okay? Usually, though, if you are taking a breath, you are breathing. You're taking air into your lungs, and maybe you're exhaling that as well. But here, when you're holding your breath, you're seeing how long you can live on just a single breath of air. For example, Randy claims that he can hold his breath for 5 minutes, which is probably not true, but there are some people who can hold their breath for 5 minutes or maybe even more. I believe that, the world record's somewhere around 15 minutes. But that's nothing compared to a seal. 2 hours, 120 minutes. How cool is that? Now, that's not all. Let's have some more on seals. Okay, let's go ahead and move on and start reading from the next sentence. It says, these abilities allow them to easily catch their prey, mostly fish and crabs. And yes, they're great swimmers. They can hold their breath. They can dive down deep. These are their abilities. These things allow them to be hunting machines.
Amazing. 900 meters, 2 hours on one lungful of air, and of course they can get down there and get their delicious food. Wonderful. Let's take a break and then we'll be back with more about seals.
好，课文写到，海豹非常适合在海洋中活动。事实上啊，它们是猎杀机器，可以每小时高达35公里的速度在水中快速的穿梭。那这边有2个重点。第一个，课文里面写到 perfectly suited to life in the ocean 是由Seals are perfectly suited to life in the ocean. 它省略主词、be 动词还有连接词 and 而来。那这边我们其实是要介绍 be suited to 加上某人或某事物来表达适合某事物，对某人来说很适合。例如 I think Carrie is well suited to the role. 我认为啊 Carrie 很适合那个角色。第2个重点 up to 在这边表示高达多达，后面可以接数量或是程度等等。例如 The stadium can hold up to 30,000 people. 那个体育场可以容纳高达3万个人。好，那么海豹除了可以在水中快速穿梭，它们还可以潜到900公尺深的地方，并且闭气长达2个小时哦。那这些能力让它们能够轻易的抓到猎物。好，单字 breath 就表示呼吸、气息。当我们说 hold one's breath 这个动词片语就表示闭气、屏住气息。好，那我们顺便学一下呼气、吐气、吸气这些的英文，好不好 ？OK， inhale， I-N-H-A-L-E， inhale 就是吸气。那么 exhale， E-X-H-A-L-E， exhale 就表示吐气。好，那么接着回到课文中。
Seals, more than just cute. Most of a seal's body weight is made up of fat, which keep them warm in the freezing waters of the Arctic and Antarctic, where they normally live. Therefore, they need to eat a lot of food, typically around 5% of their body weight per day. How much is that exactly? Well, seals come in all shapes and sizes, but the largest, the southern elephant seal, can weigh up to 4,000 kilograms. That's over 200 kilograms of food per day.
Okay, more on seals. Get this. Most of a seal's body weight is made up of fat, which keep them warm in the freezing waters of the Arctic and Antarctic where they normally live. So seals live where there's super cold water, and they have to have something to keep them warm in the freezing waters around the Arctic and the Antarctic. And what does that for them? Fat.
It's kind of like their winter coat or a nice thick sweater or something like that. And you would wear a coat or a thick sweater when the air, when the temperature, when the weather is freezing. We use this adjective freezing just to basically say very, very cold. It could be around 0, which is of course where water will freeze, turn from water into ice. But we also just use it to say, oh, very cold. It could be 2 degrees. It could be minus 10 degrees, which is definitely freezing. But when we say freezing waters, well, the water probably isn't exactly cold. 0. It might be a little bit above. Salt water can actually be a little bit below, but it just means very, very, very cold, all right? So if someone says, what's the weather like today? Oh, it's freezing. It might not actually be anywhere near 0. It could just mean it's very cold on your skin. Wear some thick clothes or get yourself a big layer of fat if you're a seal. If you're a seal.
If you're a seal, yeah.
For example, Kim waited hours in the freezing cold for her mom to come pick her up from school. Luckily, Kim had both a sweater and a jacket and a hat, so she was fine.
And also a layer of fat.
Well,
not really. She's not a seal.
No.
Anyways, therefore, seals, they need to eat a lot of food. Typically around 5% of their body weight per day. Yeah, they need that fat, okay? They can't burn that fat. They got to keep it on their bodies so that they stay warm in those freezing cold waters, so they need to eat and eat and eat. Yeah, I know that because of the word typically here. It's an adverb. If something typically happens, you can expect that thing to happen. It happens frequently. It happens regularly. You can count on that thing. For example, I typically sit by the window when I go to that cafe. If you see me there, chances are that's where I'll be sitting.
All right, so they typically eat around 5% of their body weight. Now that's a bit of a math formula, so let's talk about real numbers. It says, how much is that exactly? How much food would 5% of their body weight actually or exactly be? Well, seals come in all shapes and sizes, but the largest, the southern elephant seal, can weigh up to 4,000 kilograms. That's over 200 kilograms of food per day.
Thank goodness there are hunting machines. You have to hunt and hunt and hunt.
That's a lot of fish.
To capture 200 kilograms of food.
Wow.
It's amazing.
It is amazing.
Anyways, folks, with that, day 1 of our article on seals is now in the books, and it's time for us to say bye-bye.
Don't take a seal to a buffet.
Bad idea, man.
No, don't do that.
海豹通常是在南北极寒冷的水域生活。那由于它们大部分的体重都是由脂肪组成，所以可以在水里面保持温暖。那也因为这样，它们必须摄取大量的食物，每天大约会吃下体重的5%。你可能想说5%还好吧？可是呢，像最大的南象鼻海豹，它可以重达4000公斤，这就意味着它每天要吃超过200公斤的食物，超惊人的。好，那我们最后来看2个单字 ，freezing，freezing， 它是形容词，形容极冷的、非常冷的、冰天冻地的。那么 typically 这个副词它表示通常或是典型的。好，那么以上的讲解，同学们别走开，马上回来哦。
各位同学，大家好，我是季安老师。我们今天带大家看应答问题 （questions and response）。What 的部分，我们上一堂课有提到，就是 what 跟 which 后面如果接名词的话，那这个名词就会是它的关键重点。OK， 但是呢，如果 what 后面不是接名词，后面接了一个动词，或者是接了助动词之后，又出现了动词，那关键字呢就会变成是一个动词了。所以 what 后面接 名词，那你就听名词。What 后面接动词，重点就在这个动词咯。例如说 ，What do you think of Jane's proposal? What do you think of Jane's proposal? 这边你听到 what， 那你就要想啊 ，What do you think of？ 你觉得怎么样？所以重点是这个 think of。What is the weather forecast for tomorrow? OK， 重点是后面的这个东西，对不对 ？What are you planning to do next week? What caused 什么东西造成了 construction delay？ 这个公事上面的延误。All right， 好 ，What do you think of Jane's proposal? Better than I expected。直接表达你对他的想法。What is the weather forecast for tomorrow? I'm not sure. 万用句对不对 I don't know. I'm not sure. 超好用。What are you planning to do next? 接下来要干嘛嘞？Work on the budget for next quarter. 直接讲你要做的事情planning to do 的内容。What caused the construction delay? 这个公事上面为什么会延迟啦？Insufficient workers. 工人不够，我就直接回答了。All right， 那常见的回答形式如果他说 which one 啊 what 什么什么这些，回答哪一个的时候，我们之前有讲，很常用 the one 去回答the one 后面加上一个地点the one Jack gave you, the one in the corner, the one on the table 等等加上一个地点。那如果你听到是 what do you think of something， 你觉得怎么样？那表达意见的时候呢，很多时候他不会直接说 I think 怎么样，他可能前面会加上一个it seems 什么什么 looks like， 然后后面再加上你真的要讲的话 I guess, I believe， 我想呢，这些都是比较委婉、比较不直接的这种回答方法。I think it's excellent， 我觉得是很好。I think it needs some improvements， 好或者是坏，就是直接表达出来。那如果是说你要干嘛之类的计划等等的，直接说了work overtime， 或者是你接下来干嘛 submit the proposal， 直接回答你要做的事情这是 OK 的。好，我们来看一下 what 后面如果接的动词或者是助动词，答案会长怎样呢？
What do you think of our new team member?
A. I have a membership card. B. She's pretty smart. C. It's tea time.
Alright， 答案很明显，对不对？是 B. She's pretty smart， 因为他问的是 What do you think of our new team member？ 新的这个团队成员，你觉得怎么样？She's pretty smart， 还蛮聪明的，所以这个是答案。那这边 membership card，member 是不是类似的发音就再见啦？那 What do you think of our new team member？Team tea time， 这都是有类似的发音好，那我们来看一下。What 后面直接加动词的话是长怎样呢？
What took you so long to write me back?
A. I was busy with my project. B. I want to be a writer. C. I'll take a day off tomorrow.
Alright， 所以他说 What took you so long?
What took you so long to write me back?
What took you so long? 你怎么搞那么久嘞？为什么要花这么久的时间嘞 ？OK， 所以答案是什么 ？I was busy with my project。其他都不对。I want to be a writer， 是不是跟这个 write 类似的发音？I'll take 跟这个 took 是同一个动词，但是现在是跟未来式。所以 What took you so long？ 你听到的是 take， 花了你那么久的时间，而且它是过去式。C 呢就不用选了 ，OK， 所以呢，光是这样是不是就可以很快速而且很正确的判断出答案呢？以上是我们今天的课程内容，我是季安老师，我们下堂课见，拜拜。
See you next time.